Good morning. How's everybody doing? It's the day before Valentine's Day, and in my previous video, I was going over how I'm anticipating a bounce. But this whole week, we're Friday now, we have been consolidating sideways and moving down. But this is why, if you pay attention to my price projections, one thing I always say is I always anticipate what are they going to do first before the move that I'm looking for. So on all the assets that I was projecting, I was anticipating them to recover some of the vector underneath at least 50% and then continue higher. So now we recovered that 50%. Are we gonna go lower one more time, recover more, or are we gonna recover that 50, continue higher, or is this higher just going to be just a lackluster bounce and we're going to sweep the highs again and then go lower? If we do get that scenario where we just get a lackluster bounce and continue lower, yeah, this range that I'm looking at, I'm anticipating is going to break lower, and any longs that I've gone into or built, I'm getting out of them. All right, so first things first, we're going to start with the traditional assets. So going into the VIX, oops, sorry guys, going into the VIX. So here's one. We're not out of the water yet because we are making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. So we are trending to the upward. So technically we are anticipating price to go lower. The only thing that's saving us right now, because we were right here before my last update video, we recovered this violet and now we are rejecting. What is kind of saving us right now is if this daily candle closes negatively, then this is going to be the first lower high, because we have been making higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. This is going to be the first lower high. So that is a good sign. Doesn't mean go long. That means we're out the water. We first need to get under this 50 EMA. If we can't get under this, then we are targeting the red vector. This is going to be a rebalance to the 50. Go attack the red vector and continue lower, or is this going to be now we're going to switch trend and look for that bounce and recover this vector, or go into this lower zones down here? So how that's looking on NASDAQ, if you see previously, the previous video, we were right here, we retraced, recovered 50% of this move up. We had a break of structure here, which confirming if this up candle gets closed, then this confirms a low, okay? And when we zoom in, I know I was saying how we had a V shape. If we closed above this high with a full daily candle close, then it will confirm we're in a bullish trend, which now you see that we rolled over, but this is how you would have ran the process on how not to get in at a heavy price or not to go in heavy. So just because we close above, because technically right here we did close above this high, doesn't mean you go long. What confirms it, we need to now, if this is going to be confirmation we're going higher, we need to take previous highs liquidity. So the most previous one from here is this high right here. So this is how you usually do it when you want to confirm that we are switching the market structure, right? Because right now this just telling me now we are ranging. So we would have broke above this high right here, and then you would have looked at this high, giving you the line in the sand of like, this is my confirmation. But we stayed underneath. We actually consolidated, continued trending lower. We broke structure here. Now we recovered this vector. So what I'm looking for NASDAQ, if this is going to be the moment of truth, if we are going to continue on the lower downtrend, then this is going to be a giant, where's my tool? This is going to be a giant W formation to go higher, retrace, continue. Or we are either going to consolidate here. So there's this order block right here. If we're going to continue with the lower downtrend aggressively, then we're going to attack this high and go lower. But overall, we are getting this green vector, which is good because we are recovered all the vectors fully. Because if we attack these lows, yeah, I don't think this range is going to hold anymore. So it's either, in my personal opinion, the VIX is looking at how price action and how structure is looking, because we have the move up, down. Now this is the move up. If we're going to continue, this low needs to hold. If we're going to start reversing, attacking all-time highs, this is the high. This is the zone right here on NASDAQ. You need to pay attention. We need to close above. Let me clean this up for you. to make it simple for NASDAQ, this zone right here is the zone that we need to close above. This is the zone. Next target would be this order block I had marked out previously, but this high right here, 35.3 to 35.4. Yeah, we need to close above there to suggest that we're going to start attacking this vector and these higher prices. If not, anything underneath here, then we're just ranging to likely attack this low and go lower. If we come back here, if we don't get a strong reaction and move out of here quickly, if we don't see stuff like this, like a quick V shape or something like this, if we don't see, like, let's say a quick sweep, because this was technically a quick sweep, so this is what I'm looking for this low. If we visit this low again, this is what I'm looking for, because we had it right here. These were very significant lows. You see, we've swept down, created a mini W formation, broke structure right here, to higher. So that's what I'm looking for. If we are going to revisit these low prices, I want to see price go down, make a small range, and get out of here quickly. The longer we stay underneath here, the more likely we're going to continue lower. So for NASDAQ, it's pretty simple. I am anticipating this W formation to play out, at least recover this red vector. So if we want to get longs, then my first TP will be here. But we have to get above this zone right here to suggest all-time highs. If not, then I'm targeting lower. But right now, I'm still bullish. I'm still like, this didn't shake me out. I'm always anticipate what they're going to do first. They're going to move down before they move up, right? Okay, moving on to gold. So with the news, if you look at Forex Factory, we had low inflation, pretty good. We had less unemployment rate, better inflation, pretty much good news for the U.S. economy. I know previously I was saying that if the U.S. economy is doing good, then there's no reason to cut interest rates. So if interest rates don't get cut, they're going to get held, which is looking like right now, because they're not looking to cut. There's no reason for the Fed to cut interest if inflation is still sticky. Yes, inflation is going down, but one thing that we need to pay attention to, where is it? Anyways, there's this metric where it tells you if people are spending, people are not spending. So that could raise inflation because nobody's spending, right? One thing that keeps gold price to sustain itself, and why I'm not going to close my gold position, because I said before that if interest rates stay higher longer, then people will get out of gold to go to dollars to get the higher yield. But we have a lot of tensions around the world. We don't know where we are economically with our allies. We don't know. There's still a lot of tensions. So that's the only thing that's keeping gold where its feet's at right now. So currently, we did break structure here, but we are still above the 50. We are just going to consolidate. Base case scenario is that this is the new range that we're going to consolidate. And this is best case scenario, is that we start consolidating in this range, right? If we start breaking lower, then yeah, I could easily see they're pretty much 4K to 38. Yeah, easy. But this is best case scenario. If we lose this low, then I think we're going to come attack this week again, stay above the 50. We are trading, if this daily closes at this price at 5,000, we are reclaiming the 5 and 13 EMA, giving more momentum to the upside. We're still going to recover this. I'm telling you, we are going to recover this. So, moving on, USDT, let's see how USDT. Previously, I said that we had this giant wick. We haven't recovered this candle, this vector candle before. When I zoomed in onto the daily, I said that we were going to recover some of this red vector to lower, and that's what we are doing. So we had a dump in crypto, and now we made a retrace. Now is this going to be either a retrace continuation, or is this going to be a W formation? So boom, 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 and if we get out of here like that, find support here, continue lower, cut. But overall, I am anticipating lower for right now. To give us the confirmation, we need to get a daily close underneath 7.61. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So now let's move over to Bitcoin. Now when we look at Bitcoin, we recovered 50% of this wick. Again, my trade right now in Bitcoin is, this is my validation. I don't think we're going to recover this wick first. I think we're going to come back to it, yes, but first we're going to go higher before we come back to this wick. So when we zoom in, we had the retrace, recovered 50%. Now are we going to go higher? So we need a daily close to confirm this above 72.174. Close above this, we could easily target this zone right here, up to 88 to 91, where that huge zone of liquidity is at. Now let's see how it's looking like with the order book. So this is on the 15-minute. So this is today's price action. If you notice, we had huge buying at these lows, at these capitulation lows, right? Price has been pumping recently. Price has been pumping from here. Remember, it's a 15. It is on the daily. So if you want to look at it how I have it on the spot order book, to give you more visual, the huge amount of buying happened at these lows right here. We had, you see, W formation, break, retrace, continuation. One good sign that I'm looking at currently in the spot order book is that this huge move up did not have huge amounts of selling, right? They sell on the way up, and they had a little bit of buying up here. We're not having these huge red bars indicating that they are offering Bitcoin out. This tends to usually tell you that they are buying on the way up, anticipating to a higher rally, because we have been just going down. I mean, just look at the chart. We have been just aggressively going down with no really relief. If you call this a relief, not really. We need to get back above the zone to really call it a relief. There's just a drop, consolidation, and another drop if we don't break above this high. So overall, I'm still in my trade. I'm still holding. I added on the way down. Now I will put my stop loss is still underneath this low, but pretty much for everything, it's the same thing. When you look at the Coinbase Premium, when it's red, you buy pretty much, and when it's green, you sell. The buying has been slowing down. If we zoom in, the spikes on the buying has been slowing down. If it's slowing down, then this is not 100%, but you can anticipate. Not only is the spot order book showing that it has huge buys, it started to sell, low selling though, but they are starting to buy on the way up. That's a good sign, because they don't want to buy when prices are going up unless they know they're anticipating that prices are going to reverse out here. The Coinbase Premium on the daily is starting to taper down, which is saying that they're not buying as much no more, and they might start to offer out the green. Okay. So for Solana and Ethereum, it's the same thing there. So they all look the same. Retrace, now we're waiting for the continuation. So the high that we need to get above is the $89, and for Ethereum, that's my trade right now, is the 2,150. It's as simple as that. If you could get above those levels, then it's you can start to build a long position. Me, of course, this is my trading. I'm not advising for you guys to do it, but I like to get in a little bit early, so that's why I go light size and then I build up my trade. Sorry about that. But yeah, so overall, my plan is still intact. I know this week has been just very shitty price action and drop, but is this going to be the retrace and the continuation? Let's see. We recovered 50% of most of that range that we created in all our assets. We'll see what's going to happen. Yeah, I'll give you guys another update at the end of the week on Sunday, give you the next weekly projection, and I'll let you guys know if I'm still in my Bitcoin trade. So go ahead and follow me on my Twitter, my Discord. If you want to be more up to date, my Twitter, I update that a lot more. My Discord, I'm still kind of low because I don't have a lot of active users yet. But once I get more people on my Discord, then I'll be strictly just Discord, and you guys could have my full attention there. But yeah, still holding my longs. Nothing's really changed. Giving you an update. As of right now, The tech market doesn't seem too bad. NASDAQ, I'm still anticipating higher. Like I said, if we close underneath that low, then I don't think this range is going to hold. And my last area of support is that range low, and we have to see a sweep, a quick consolidation break out of there. If we don't see that, we're cooked. Okay. Gold, as long as once everything gets to normal, there's always going to be tensions all over the place. But the only thing that's saving it is the tensions, of course, but also the interest rates. Yes, they're going to stay higher for longer, but the actually, I'm not gonna get into that. I'm gonna be dropping a fundamental video and shortly, possibly this week, and that I will go over what I'm talking about in a deeper sense, so I could start giving more information and alpha on these videos. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.